probably going into an area that's pretty coin rich. In fact, I took the Fisher F5 out there and got a bunch of quarters. I had my discrimination set very high. Not exactly intentionally, but I did learn some things about the F5 by running it that high. So I'm going to go out this time, and I'm going to take the CZ-3D, which is, basically the ultimate coin machine, and see how it does out there. Like I said, I don't have long before the thundering herd rolls, so I'll be going out right now. I'm taking the Fisher F5 as well. It's in the car already. Started digging before I saw that the penny was halfway out of the ground already, so my first target is a penny. So the early start, maybe I get a chance to get a few digs in before the thundering herd arrives. Okay, here we go. I really don't know how often this field has been detected, but I'm certainly getting some signals. I have my discrimination turned up a bit because I'm going to be hitting this field very often, more often, so I'm trying to cherry pick initially. Well, that's weird. I went from a great sound to no sound. All right, let's see what I missed. Oh, here we go. Another penny in the on the trial. So high conductive target here. Hopefully not a penny. Penny. Well, because I was getting pennies, but the first non-penny is a dime, a couple inches down. Still in the hole, I believe. Another dime. Back to my old penny ways. Looks like another dime. Now, I'll back to why I have the TRX. I love the Garrett, but that was 4 inches down, and I pinpointed it, and that's the only difference between the two. I got high hopes that Garrett is going to up their game to match the competition, and we're going to have a great deep pinpointer with Garrett's quality. So we'll have to wait and see. Down and dug a nickel, signaling once again with some regularity. They're nickels. You occasionally get a piece of foil or a piece of aluminum folded small. It'll be a little while to work on this. This is a very deep dime. So once again, the TRX did a very deep dime, like 4 or 5 inches. Not really, relatively deep, and hit it from the surface, so I could dig for it. The morning at the new park, the one I haven't hit very often, and I did a little coin shooting. I had my discrimination turned up relatively high, pulled a few coins, but I decided to come back out to my old park because I need to pull a few pull tabs, foil, because I'm really looking for gold out here. I pretty much hit this thing for a lot of conductive targets, so now I'm looking for something more in the highly conductive. Now I'm looking for something more in the mid-range. Once again, I'm with the Fisher F5, and it gave me its usual nickel, which is a square tab. So I'll keep looking. Red letter day. This is the first nickel that came up as a nickel signal with my Fisher F5. So I've got to give it a little leeway now. It finally came through. So I'll keep looking. I went back to the Fisher CZ-3D from the Fisher F5. just because the EMI out here is really tough on that F5. But so I got a rare high conductive target here, so I thought I would go ahead and do it. No grass here, so it's nothing really I can plug necessary. It's a copper penny. It's this penny world out here right now. Just a quarter I dug up, I think, because my camera wasn't on. But like I just got a head off of a 32. I don't know. It's a relatively small caliber pistol. Came up with a high conductivity target, so didn't get it before. So the CZ-3D is working out. High conductivity target. A lot of things the CZ-3D is certainly opening up some new targets that I haven't seen before. Here we go. Another penny. It's a shallow, relatively shallow zinc. So let's take a look. Not a zinc. Unless there's something else in here. Looks like a type of button. Alright, on to the next. In here against a good sense with the CZ-3D and its big coil, and I found a quarter in a trashy area, so that's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. I thought I'd be had a much too big a coil for this function, but it worked. I guess I'll run across here a little while longer since it did work this time. That quarter, number 2 find in the trashy area. Looks like a copper penny with the big coil again. Pretty cool. A penny, it just popped out. Yeah, probably, I don't know. Could be copper, could be zinc. Another penny, and this one feels like it's copper. Another penny. There we go, first dime signal in this hole. First dime. I'm out just with the Fisher F5. I have the CZ-3D in my car, but I'm just going to do the Fisher F5 for today, for this part of the day. Boy, 2 for 2. One small hole, and I think I'll see another dime down here. Yep, another dime. So far, so good. Well, I'm at my third park, my third signal, and my third dime with the Fisher F5. Maybe one of those dime kind of days out here, it looks like. Now that I've broke the nickel curse with the F5, it looks like that's all it can find. Another nickel. Very shallow. Cool. Here we go in the hole. Said a dime, but it's actually a copper penny. First penny in a while, so that's not bad. Here we go. Another dime. About 5-6 inches down. So that's cool. Alright, this is Texas Tiger DIGS. I went out this is Saturday, and I'm probably not going out again today, so I thought I'd do the roundup for the day. I went out with the CZ-3D, of course, and the Fisher F5. So this was an all Fisher kind of day. I went to a new park, one where I'd gotten a few quarters before, but I hadn't really gone at it with any intensity. And most of the coins I've got here from that park. That was during the period of time when I was, well, yeah, most of the coins from that park. I went out with the CZ-3D, and I got quite a few signals, dug a few, and the vast majority of them were coins, just like the CZ-3D promises. So that was great. I went to the second park. That's the park that I've pounded so often, the one I like to call the Ring Park. And the vast majority of the rest of these were gotten there. I went out initially with the Fisher F5, but the Fisher F5 has issues in that park because the EMI is just ridiculous. So I really don't hold it against the F5. But before I switched back over to the 3D, which for whatever reason is much more tolerable to the EMI in that area, I did get the Fisher F5 to find a nickel. I've been criticizing it for a long time because I never got a nickel with the nickel notch. This time I did, so the Fisher F5 came through with my nickel. And so that was the major accomplishment for the Fisher F5. I stuck it back in the car, took the CZ-3D out, and then I collected most of the rest of these coins. At the end, I went to a third park. Busy day. And there I took the Fisher F5 and I used it alone. I wanted to take it to a place where the EMI wasn't off the charts, where I could actually give it a chance to be successful. And it found another nickel. So that was cool. And it also found 3 dimes. I didn't spend a long time out there. I'm sure I could have found a whole lot more. But I just wanted to give it a run just to limber it up, just to make sure I wasn't losing whatever knack I might have had with that one. In any case, this is what I've got today. Not a bad clad count for me because it was a long hunt day. I've got altogether, I've got 6 dimes, 2 quarters, 3 nickels. What is this? About 9 copper pennies, and only 5 crusty zincs. And interesting things, I found, of course, another projectile from a bullet. I live in Texas, but like I said, I'm not a great gun guy, but I think that'd be more along the line of a 32, or it could be a rifle round. I wouldn't know. In any case, and this looks to be a little, I don't know what it is, a little pendant, a little something that might have been mounted on something else. It's got a little design on it, and it's magnetic, so there's no value to it. It'll go into both of these will go into my interesting but worthless box. And over here I have the various array of junk. Most of it pretty coin size, bent aluminum, more bent aluminum. Of course, even with the CZ-3D, you're not always immune to screw caps. 3 of those, more aluminum, button, looks like may have been part of some old rain slicker or something. I don't know what that thing is. Sort of one of those internal nuts you sort of screw inside another screw. And a few square tabs. This is not all the junk I had. I threw some of it away. Any larger amount, or when my pockets began to get full, I threw them away. So that's what I've got today. CZ-3D still doing real well. The TRX pointer still doing real well. TRX pointer is especially good for us park guys because 80% of the stuff we're doing in our parks is 4, maybe 5 inches down, and it's possible to pinpoint with the TRX. Done that on more than one occasion. Pinpointed a 4-inch deep target. That is incredible. So I still love the TRX, giving all credit to the Garrett.
Like I said, if I lose my TRX, I do not feel bad carrying the Garrett out. The Garrett is still close to my heart. So that's all I've got. And the Fisher F5 and its issue with that park raises something. What's the old racing saying from horse racing? Different horses, different courses. You shouldn't feel bad that every detector doesn't work in every environment perfectly well. Now, if you've got E-Tracks, CTX 3030s, if you're using XP maybe even some of the Mind Lab Explorer, those are ones you can tailor and then maybe make changes that can make them adaptable from one area to another. But if you got a machine that is a single frequency that has weaknesses associated with that frequency, then you may have to use another machine, or you may have to carry that if you don't have half a dozen machines. Hopefully you'll have at least maybe another machine backup. Not bad to have a backup. You can bring your backup out and maybe hit that park and do extraordinarily well. Maybe better than with your primary machine that might be a much higher cost, higher status machine. So that's all I've got to say. My little sermon for the day. In any case, look at nice clad count. I like to show that that I can go out and hit the parks and come in with chunks of clad. I could have come out with a lot more, of course. I had reasonable time, but this was sufficient for what I required. So I will talk to you later. This is Texas Tiger DIGS, and I will see you at the next hunt, at the next dig.